Reseller Clickbait Podcast, episode 28.
Here we are with another episode.
It is 28, right? I didn't look to see what the
I think
last
it's 28. Yeah, 28.
Yeah,
Episode 28. We got Jimmy Old School Flips here. As always, I like saying as always. Shout out to Ken SSKPromo, who's here with me every week, Monday
Yes.
at 11 o'clock Eastern is when these drop.
Yes. We recorded this earlier in the week. It's a highlight of my week, Jimmy. Getting to hang out.
Getting up there, yeah. I mean, it's up
chat
there on
with
my
you.
list.
Wait, no, you're supposed to reciprocate and go, that you wait all week. It's what you dream about and wait for.
I sit on the couch in the same spot all week, every week, waiting for this moment. I don't even
just till Wednesday.
I don't even go to bed or shower or anything. We won't talk about the toilet situation either. Actually, my highlight of my week is getting my butt kicked in fantasy football every week. That's my new highlight. But we're not talking fantasy football. It's been banned from this show for reasons that y'all don't need to know.
What? I don't think it's banned. Maybe when we get to it's banned. We're done.
Show. You talk about it.
If you talk about
it, you're getting removed. I'm just don't do it though. Don't think about it. Don't even think about it.
Don't even think about it. I get to play.
Let's talk about holiday specials.
Oh, do you have a holiday special? No, wait, we got a holiday special coming up. I thought you meant like the Hallmark Christmas movies, or maybe, it's You're a Good Man, Charlie Brown.
Like
what's the Christmas?
Do I have to set my DVR? What's going on here?
What's the Charlie Brown? It's just a Charlie Brown Christmas, right?
I think so, yeah.
That comes on every year.
Sad tree. I sold a couple of those sad trees last year.
Yes, I have one of those as part of my holiday decoration.
The one you're actually going to use for your Christmas tree.
Well, no, it's just like a supplemental decoration that I put up.
Is that what you've been using to put your ornaments on?
Yes. Hey, maybe that's what I should do. I might put it back here when we get to the holiday season. Maybe that'll be my decorations. Those actually are
ornaments. That's not a bad idea.
Christmas ornaments back there, or Christmas related items. Those are things that I may or may not be listing on my listing live show tomorrow, Thursdays.
The one where
I've been doing that.
And you do multiple quantity on items and call it 10 listings?
Yes. I actually listed 10 different items last week. Now, I do it beforehand. I did 10, and a lot of them were multiple quantity. Yeah, I had them drafted and ready because nobody wants to see. Here's what nobody wants to see the whole time.
They were actually already listed, and he just said, yeah, I listed these.
Now, I clicked them
half an hour before he went live.
But no, wait. So the holiday live show that you're speaking of, is the holiday live tour, the Reseller Clickbait Podcast.
That's the one.
Holiday live tour. Man, I tell you what, the Halloween show is doing great in views and just really cool. But Thanksgiving's coming up here soon. We're talking about food. We're talking about traditions, family, over the river and through the woods to grandmother's house we go.
Traveling. I was just going to say
traveling. But we got
fun stuff.
A super special guest lined up for that. We're still finishing a few little minor details on that, but we're doing that on Wednesday, November the 23rd. That is the Wednesday night before Thanksgiving. So, if you're just hanging around looking for something, we're going to doing that at 8:30 p.m. Eastern time.
Yeah, while you're prepping all your food for the next day,
you can just
your tablet, your phone, set it on the counter, and hang out with us. And
I guarantee you're going to love the special guest that we have. It's
going to be awesome.
It's going to be great. I'm excited about it. I'm excited about Thanksgiving. I'm just excited about the whole holiday season. Look at this beard, Jimmy. Now they can't see this if you're listening like on Spotify or iTunes or something like that. If you are, click over to the YouTube channel and check out this glorious beard.
Is it not? When do you dye it? When do you turn it or bleach it or whatever you do?
The Saturday after Thanksgiving is when I've got scheduled to do. So November the 20th.
Wait until after the Thanksgiving live special to see it.
Yes. So probably that following Monday show I'll
Yeah.
do. I'm going to do the unveiling of the Santa Beard
No,
2022.
you won't, because we'll be recording before as well. So it won't be until the following week that we'll get to see it.
Oh man, but that might.
Bummer.
We'll have to discuss that schedule because that might be. I might have done a live in between. I don't know. We'll figure that out. But anyway, look at this beard, and I want to give a quick shout out to my new bestest buddy, Barry Thrifty Santa.
Barry, what's up, Barry?
I reached out to Barry and just to ask a couple questions because I had some folks that contacted me about doing a Santa gig, like a corporate party.
Yeah.
And I wanted to find out about rates, what I should charge as a Santa, what I would think that I would charge. I looked on, I Googled it, how much does a Santa cost? And I saw rates on there. I was like, wow, that's, quite a bit.
I should become a Santa.
Well, hey, I'm thinking about it. From talking with Barry and just he was just a wealth of information on just ideas of where you can go and be Santa. And I tell you, I'm not going to spoil anything for him, and I'll probably bring it up a little bit later because I'll probably talk about Barry on every single show from now on in.
Moving
But
forward, I got a story to talk about Barry.
Okay, go. Oh, well, so he's got some super exciting news coming up that is going to send his Santa career just through the roof. I mean, it's just I'm super excited for him. Definitely appreciative of all the time that he took with me the other day, and we just talked Santa. It was probably
two Santas talking.
It was probably the
Christmas carols and stuff.
Greatest conversation I've ever had.
Well, gee, thanks. I appreciate that. I actually got to meet Barry at the eBay Open 2019, I believe.
Okay.
Yeah, 2019, the last eBay Open that they had in Vegas. He was there. I got to meet him, and he's watched a lot of my videos, so I recognized him right away. I got to talk to him, and so here's the nicest guy you're ever gonna meet, and you're like you said. So they had that ice cream where they pour it on like a cold plate and they make it flat, like it literally freezes right in front of you.
Yes.
And then they scrape it and they roll it up.
Yes.
And so he walked by and he had a bowl of that. And I was like, wow, that looks amazing. Where did you
I thought you meant Barry was making ice cream.
No.
It was actually
they had it there at the event.
Oh, okay. All right.
And so he's like, I got it over there in the corner. He's all, let me go grab you a bowl. And he went over there and grabbed, had them make me a bowl, and he brought it over to me. And I was like, literally the nicest guy in the world. He brought me the ice cream over. So yeah, I got to talk to him a lot more than that, but that was like literally how we first started talking. Is he brought me a bowl of ice cream? Like, how can I not think he's the awesomest guy in the world?
Heck yeah.
Yeah, so that was the best conversation I've ever had.
Eating some you got it all over your shirt.
None of these podcasts are anywhere near the best conversation I've ever had. They're not even top 100.
Yeah, I would say so as well. But so yeah,
maybe next Thursday, maybe next Wednesday will be the best one of the best conversations I've ever had. But till we have a special guest, it's not going to happen on this show.
Jimmy and I, for the most part, just tolerate one another because we got this thing started, and
we both question if we should have ever started this, but we're like, might as well just keep it going. We start a Facebook group. What are we thinking?
Yeah, we started a Facebook page. A Facebook page, and so look for that. If you're listening to this, go to Facebook, look for Reseller, do a search, Reseller Clickbait Podcast. We're going to start posting some content there, some videos from the show, just some other fun stuff, maybe videos from our personal channels to send folks there and do some special little things.
Neither one of us have any kind of technical skills at all. Like, it's a couple, but we are going to try to make like reels and shorts and make them funny and put them on the Facebook page just to get like little previews of what we're doing over here. And
I want everyone to get tired of seeing us, Jimmy.
For sure.
Like,
how funny
Like,
we are not, how
that's
old we are, how
I'm
whatever.
hilarious. Well,
Yeah,
the DOG thinks I'm hilarious.
right. You are hilarious. Funny guy.
You're for those of you just listening, you're not seeing Jimmy's facial expressions of I think
No,
he rolled his eyes
that
there.
was from the heart. What else are we
So
talking about
yeah,
today? I don't even know what we're talking about.
Facebook page is going to be fun. It's going to be exciting. Looking forward to that.
And just that
Uh,
proves how untechnical I am. It is not a group. It's not a group you can
no,
join. It's just a page that you can follow
yeah, because we don't
and
need.
like and
We
all
are
that.
forming a group though, Jimmy.
Oh, we are
Together,
Backstreet Boys.
yes, yes.
I'm already in the Backstreet Boys. The
You are the
resummer version.
the 4-man
Yeah, we are actually looking
group.
for a fifth member.
I wasn't invited.
No,
It's
you're
just Jimmy with the Vegas cartel or whatever those
we put
guys.
on quite the performance. Karaoke, Backstreet
Yes.
Boys.
That was fun. Go check out some of those Boss Reseller remix videos that people put out. But no, we're joining the mafia. We're starting
Oh,
our
we
own
are. So we're not
our
joining.
own mafia.
We're joining.
It's
We're Mafia. Yeah.
based on comment of the week
Comment of the
again
week
from
was
the
one of the best
YouTube
comments we've
page.
ever received.
Yes, and I think this is I think she's a 2-time comment of the week. I think we've had Danica, our friend Danica, Lady Luck Junk, has been comment of the week
sure.
before.
Yeah.
And she says, oh, it was episode 27 last week, which is what comes right before 28. You know, we don't do math, but
we don't.
I can do that. So episode 27, she says, when I was 27, well, never mind. And then she says, you guys are the Blow Mold Mafia. Looking forward to the next live and episode. Because Jimmy and I, we've been killing it with blow molds this holiday season. We're putting out videos and shorts. Jimmy's got videos, well, a 2 million plus TikTok video of just finding 2.3 million views on a TikTok of just him finding a blow mold.
Yep.
Of making some poor people climb up on the top of boxes and get ladders out. And
yeah, I mean, and I missed a Elvis painting in that video too. I did. I missed an amazing Elvis painting from what I've been told. Because go figure, that's all everybody's talking about on that video is the Elvis painting that I missed.
That was decoupaged.
Decoupage. Thank you.
Thank you, Len Stewart.
Len Stewart.
Check out Len over at 5280 Crafts.
Pioneer Len.
But yeah, the Blow Mold Mafia, as we're known, that's gonna be our group.
So I don't know if it'll be a Facebook group. You know me, I love thumbnails.
Yes.
So you all have already seen the thumbnail. I hope it turned out as good as it did in my head. The second I read that, I was like, well, there's our thumbnail. The Blow Mold Mafia. Yeah, we've been selling blow molds like crazy. I just sold one over the weekend, a Dracula.
Yes.
After Halloween.
Dracula blow mold.
$150 plus shipping.
Ooh.
Now that's the one that I had $50 into, but you can like how my favorite new saying. I've been saying it for a while though. I bought a Frankenstein and a Dracula for $100. Two of them, $100. Well, I already sold the Frankenstein for $250 plus shipping.
Yes. So you are.
So on the two of them, I am.
No, that was your cue to. That was your cue to give your catchphrase.
No, but that wouldn't be the right way to say it.
Oh, okay.
You would say so. They are.
They are.
Or the Dracula is.
Okay.
Say it again.
Go. So the Dracula is
all profit after fees.
There we go. Jimmy's new catchphrase over on Old School Resale.
So we were going. That was a the first couple. You were trying to serve a fastball down the middle for me to hit a home run.
Yeah, and it would kind of
couple balls outside and stuff before you get, but it worked out.
It was like watching my little niece plays softball on a softball league, and I'm not sure why some of the girls I'm not sure why they let some of them pitch, because Hey, these girls are some of the pitchers on their team are gonna make great professional bowlers someday because I think, yeah, it's
Well, I'm just glad that you
basically
clarified that she
bowling to the
played on a team and
yeah,
in
no,
a league, because if you hadn't clarified that, I would have thought she was out there playing softball by herself. Nobody else out there, just
yeah.
out at the so
She
the clarification really helped me there.
pitches and hits. So shout out to Aspen. I don't think Aspen listens, but shout out to my little niece Aspen. So okay. So anyway, you were what were you talking about?
We're talking about
All
all
profit
profit
after
after
fees.
fees, that
Yes.
Dracula sold for 150 plus shipping, but I've also been selling, like, I sold 3 of the reindeer now,
Yes.
which I bought 5 reindeer and a Santa for 300, maybe 350. I always have the worst memory. But anyways, I'm all profit after fees on the last 2
Yes.
because now I've sold 3 of them at $250 each. So that's
That's
$750 in sales for 3 of them.
and the big item is still the Santa Claus, right? The Santa
Yeah.
Claus and the sleigh.
So I still have 1 more reindeer left by himself, and then I have the last reindeer goes with the Santa in the same box.
Okay.
So I have a Santa in the sleigh with 1 reindeer listed for 600.
Nice. Okay, so let me ask you this question.
Mhm.
Just for, other resellers, other people. Now that cut was even though they were all kind of purchased separate, you would buy that set separate in a box, right? Or did originally when that was purchased, would you get all of those or did you
No,
buy the Santa sleigh and you'd buy each individual
each individual
reindeer?
reindeer separately.
Okay. So is there more money in selling those separately than there is selling them as a set, or is that a shipping consideration
For
or
me, it was just shipping consideration. I didn't feel like, I mean, I don't think I think it would have been about the same. Maybe a little
okay.
bit more parting it out.
Okay.
Um, the thing is, you would have, it's a, I don't know. There's really no good, like you said. I think it would sell to one person as a lot with a lot of
Yeah.
shipping. They would have ended up literally paying, because you're not gonna, I'm not gonna throw it all into one box. I would send them separately. So
Yeah.
either way, I don't know what I'm trying to
Pretty
get at.
much
Either way, I think it would have been fine. I think I would have got about 1,300, 1,400
with
for
it. So
the set, plus a lot of shipping.
yeah, just a question I thought I'd throw out there that maybe somebody might have.
Yeah, it's
Uh
definitely gonna sell either way.
the
And
thing that's cool is the different sources too that you pick blow molds up.
yeah,
You got that at an estate sale. You
I
found
found some at a thrift.
you found at the thrift store. Find them at the yard sales, garage sales.
I
It
sold
just
2 of the zombie tombstones. They were tombstones with a zombie peeking over the top.
okay.
I picked those up at the thrift for $7 each. 5 of those also. And I sold 2 of them over the Halloween holiday for 130 each.
Just
Um, I
it's
still have
amazing what
I'll
people are
probably still have
paying.
3 left for a year now though, but like,
Uh,
the Dracula one sold after Christmas.
I will have no blow molds left.
Yeah, you've been
I
doing
have
good locally too, huh?
sold all of my blow molds. I sold a couple of them on Facebook, or no, shoot, on eBay that I listed on eBay. Of course, the biggest one that I had was like a 44-inch tall
Yeah.
Santa Claus, but it's just amazing that sold for $100, basically 99.99, with the buyer paid 79.99 in shipping
Yep.
for it, almost as much. And that was just purely, it didn't weigh that much.
Just
Their
yeah.
blow molds is just the size of that box that it takes up.
Yeah, I think the most expensive I paid for a label was 78-ish. I think that was the Frankenstein, but the customer paid 70. Like, I do flat rate shipping, so
Mhm.
I charged 75.
Yeah.
So I only lost like $3 in the shipping on that.
And most of my blow molds this year, I have sold on Facebook Marketplace as
Right.
local pickup, which was good because the buyer and I priced them all at eBay prices to begin with. Of course, that's going to save any buyer that might be looking on Facebook Marketplace, or they might look on eBay. They're going to say, okay, well, it's the same cost, but I'm saving all of the shipping, because most of the shipping cost is just the sizes of the boxes that have to go out. And so it made, and it's Facebook Marketplace. So always the first question is, number one thing, is this available? Because they make that little button
Right.
on there. And then, what's the least you'll take? And it's like, well, what's the most you'll give?
Right.
And, you usually agree on a price. So I only sold one of the sets on Facebook Marketplace for the actual asking price. And the others I took off, but it was like maybe $5 or something on
That's really good.
anything.
Like our Facebook Marketplace here is not, it stinks. So that's,
And so that worked out well. And I sold all of them. I guess what I want to say is kind of like, because of one sale, I sold others, because I had two people that wanted the same item, and it was first come, first serve, no holds. And the one person wanted it, but they didn't have the money until, into the next week. So the first person got them and they paid the full price. Well, the other person that didn't get them was, hey, do you have any others? And it's like, well, these were Christmas candles, but I had the pumpkin blow molds. I may have talked about this last week. I had the pumpkin blow mold. Like, oh, I really want that. And so I sold that to them. And then another buyer that was looking at the pumpkins and stuff saw a sheep and a sheep and a cow, or they saw the sheep and they asked me if it was available. And do you have any others? Said, yeah, hey, I have this cow as well. So we made a deal and they bought both of those. Actually,
I almost feel like maybe we're
up.
not that smart, man.
Why's that?
Because Danica probably is calling us the Blow Mold Mafia, because we talked about all this stuff last week and we just recapped everything we talked about last week. So everybody's tuned out now because they're like, oh, I heard all this last week.
Wait, did they say episode 27? No, I remember talking about, but hey, we're the Blow Mold Mafia. We can talk about,
hey,
forget about it.
Wait. Don't forget about it. You're not going to forget about it because we said it again, okay? Well,
every day, every show from now on.
Every show, we're talking about the blow molds that we sold.
I got all choked up there.
Yeah, don't be getting all emotional. I mean,
but I love finding. I love going to. That's one of the kind of the first things at any yard sale that my eyes scan for, because usually they're bigger. They're on a table. They're sitting out front, and scan around there and find them. And
people are onto it though. There's definitely been estate sales and yard sales where they're priced super high. But some people aren't. Like TikTok has proved that. Like I had a comment on that video, the one I found the Mickey Mouse from, I don't even know what year it's from. It's an older Mickey Mouse blow mold, and someone says you can buy that at Lowe's right now. Well, no, you can't, because that kind of brings me one of the persons that bought off of Facebook was a collector, right?
Yeah.
Collectors don't want the one that you can buy at Lowe's today.
Yes.
They want the one from the 80s or 90s that came out in the 80s or 90s that they had when they were a kid in the 80s or 90s. And that's what that Mickey Mouse one, and the ones that we are selling, that's when they are from, folks. Yes, you can buy similar stuff at Lowe's or Home Depot or whatever, but it's not the collectible one. Stuff is like, see these He-Man figures right here? They're all new. They're all from 2021 or 2022. They're not worth nearly as much as the ones from the 80s.
Yes.
So definitely. Can I go to Walmart and buy these? Yes, I can, but they're not the collectible same old ones. It's common sense, folks.
And anyways, Jimmy's pointing up there. I have to thank Jimmy there earlier. I was telling him that when I watch his old school, right there, when I watch his old school resale videos where he's doing like kind of the what solds, that particular box right there was just over and tilted on an angle a little
I
bit.
did it
And
on purpose.
I might have to say that I have a couple of OCD issues with stuff like that. When I go to like a store or the bank or whatever, and there's a stack of like papers on there, I shuffle all the paper, shuffle them, but
Yeah.
I straighten all the papers. If there's pens, there's paper. I try to get everything on the table to be like
I have a little bit of
in
that,
a.
but not a lot. Like
Now, one would not think that that was the case if
I
you
was
could
gonna
like
say,
see the desk that's in front of me or the mess that's over here
yeah.
behind me, because I'm not that way with myself. But if I see a stack of papers or whatever, I try to organize them. So Jimmy's little transformer was just off to the side, and it's like every time I watch one of his videos, that's all I stared at the whole
Is
time.
this guy right here driving you crazy a little bit then right here?
No, I didn't. Well, I hadn't noticed him.
Voltron.
So now I'm just the whole time, the rest of the show, I'm just gonna stare right there in that spot.
Some of these guys are falling over. Look, this guy fell over. All right, we're not going to talk about these toys that are all falling over behind.
No, we are
what else are we
not.
talking about? I don't think we're out of topics. Good night, everybody. Have a.
Have you ever rude, Jimmy? Have you ever rude a day?
I rued the day.
I heard that express.
Give me an example of a day that. Give me an example of a day.
I don't know. I don't know that I have. Somebody will say you'll rule the day. That and they're usually shaking their fist.
How do you say it? Rude.
It's like R-U-E. You'll rue the day.
Rue the day. I'll have to.
Have you ever?
So let's.
Have you ever rued a day?
Have I ever told somebody you'll rue the day and then made them rue it? Is that what the question is?
Oh yeah, on either end. Have you ever?
Or has someone rued my day?
Yeah.
Is that how it works? I'm confused because you would say somebody.
Not to be confused how I ruin your day every day. That's rue the day. Have you ever rued the day?
If I say to somebody you'll rue the day,
yes,
am I the one that has to make them rue it, or is it just karma that makes them rue it?
Well, it can be either way. Yeah, someday they'll get there.
Then they have to rue my day, or karma has to rue my day.
Yes. Eventually, you'll get your comeuppance.
In the comments, help us with this.
Yes.
Type it out. Has anybody, or we got this right? So, has anybody rued my day?
Yeah, sure.
Something that I did.
Like something you did, and they commented, you'll rue the day, and then it did come to pass.
I don't think anybody's ever said that to me. How about you?
That was kind of
what made you bring that up?
I don't know. I saw that somewhere the other day, and it was like
you don't know where you saw it.
You'll rue the day. I don't remember.
I mean, it's definitely
a TV show. Yeah, I wasn't out on the street. I wasn't at Walmart, and somebody's like in the parking lot going, "You'll rue the day that."
I mean, on TikTok, people definitely it's along those lines. Like, I should have paid the lady more and stuff like that, and karma will get you and stuff like that. I've definitely.
Oh no. Okay. Here's this. I remembered this story. That kind of when you said that
you'll rue the day. You remember you tell this story.
I might rue the day.
In a nutshell.
So, Jill and I went out to dinner the other night. I went over and we had dinner. And when I'm over in her area, because she lives in a different town, I try to hit a few of the thrift stores when I'm over there. We go into the Goodwill, and right inside the Goodwill, they've got a rack with coats, winter coats and different stuff, getting that season. And there's a denim jacket. She picks out this denim jacket that she likes, and it wasn't like a special high-end denim jacket or anything. I don't remember
the brand then.
I think it was just like a Faded Glory or something like that, a Walmart brand. But what she was going to do is, what she wanted to do was take it and make like do a crafty project. She'll do, different things, bleaching and dyeing and stuff, and put designs on them. And actually, I have a whole bunch of ugly Christmas sweaters that I got to get listed that are ones that Jill and I made I need to get those done. We got different shirts that
Okay,
we did some
Ken
dyeing.
Stewart.
Oh, hey, I'm a crafty dude. Well, all of this, wait, you can't see, but all of this stuff back here, that's all kind of craft related stuff, which I need to clear that out of here because this needs to be total eBay, and I'm just not getting.
Are you gonna be able to fit Ken Stewart on this line right here?
I probably could. Crafty Ken, but
Kentha
yeah,
Stewart.
I'm a crafty
Don't do that.
guy.
I'm a pile
I'm a,
bush.
I'm a
That's episode
Man,
1 right there, folks.
I'm a
I'm a pile builder.
Oh, which reminds me, It's a Wonderful Life will probably start playing here soon with Jimmy
That's
Stewart.
my second favorite Christmas movie, but that's
second favorite.
We got to save that for the Christmas special.
Okay, so we won't ruin Jimmy's first one.
Go back to the non-Levi denim jacket.
Oh, okay. So the denim jacket, that's right. And so Jill says to me, they want like $8 for this, like $8. I can't believe that. That's ridiculous for a used jacket. Now, what I told her, it's interesting when I watch other people's YouTube videos that live in different cities and, maybe bigger cities, bigger markets that would love to pay $8 for a denim jacket. Yeah. I see people that buy shoes. Now in my area, most of the time you're buying shoes at my Goodwill and they're either $3.99, $4.99, or $5.99 a pair. And I'll see people pick up shoes in other cities and they're only asking $14.99 for these. That is great. Oh, so in your area, it's like that?
Yeah, my favorite thrift. Every once in a while, you'll find a good pair for $4.99, but for the most part, they're over $10. Some of them, I looked at a pair of shoes today that was $34.99 at the thrift.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. Now our Salvation Army charges a whole lot more for shoes than what the Goodwill does. But anyway, so it's $8. Okay, where was I? We were talking Jill and I. Okay, let me start over.
So Jill was upset that the jacket.
Jill and I went to dinner.
$8.
We went to Red Lobster because it was all you can eat shrimp, and I love seafood.
They got the little rolls, those little rolls. Those are really
cheddar Bay biscuits.
Yeah.
Oh, those things are great. So I had the shrimp scampi. I love it, and the Waltz fried shrimp, and I had the pasta Alfredo with shrimp in it.
Well, we went up to the casino with Dan the Answer Man, and we had all you can eat crab legs. And Sonia, we're gonna go way off if I go into this. Sonia turns into like this primitive animal when you put crab in front of
crab legs.
Literally, it's like the Tasmanian devil. Like food is just flying, and Dan's wife Krista is allergic to shell, and juice is just flying in the air. It's landing in her water, and it's like this is total and Sonia will admit it. Like she just goes literally into the carnivore mode, and she's and it's like people are like, we're all like, and like she's like, like her tool, she broke that little hook. Give me your hook. I'm not even exaggerating, Ken. This is literally she's watching right now. She knows, and she's gonna comment down below. It's the truth. That's
Jimmy's getting in trouble again. Hey, but I feel her pain. I if you set a big plate of crab legs in front of me, I'm going nuts on those things.
Dan was sitting across the table from her. And this line of crab juice just went and he like the Matrix, he went.
It's like
but I'm not even making that up. And that's when we had to replace all the waters because there was crab juice in all the waters. Sonia, it's true.
It was like
I'm not even, in my mind, shells flying everywhere and
like a Christmas story, you put your eye out, kid.
Table, and she's just like just throwing it across the table into the bucket. Like it's just madness. Anyway, I eat them the same way. I know what you're saying, but I'm over here
man,
that's disgusting.
I haven't had crab. Well, yeah, I had crab legs a little while, just about a month ago. When we went to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, we went to a place called Pickle Bill's, which is a seafood restaurant. Pickle Bill's.
Any relation?
Yeah. Good old Uncle Pickle.
That's terrible.
Uncle.
Okay, Ken's last name is Bill, so I had to ask.
Yes. Hey, Jimmy, did I happen to tell you that Jill and I went to a thrift store the other
We
day?
were talking about that before we went way off on.
So we go into the Goodwill and there's this rack of coats. She finds this denim coat that she wants. And she's like, it's $8. I can't believe this. This is $8. And some other lady, another customer that was at the rack says, yeah, the prices are a little bit better over at the Volunteers of America store, but the prices are up everywhere at thrift stores. And Jill's like, oh, really? And she's like, yeah, it's because of resellers. They come in and they're buying everything, and so the thrift stores raise their prices because all the resellers are here. And Jill played it off like she didn't know anything about reselling, but she immediately came over and told me, and I was like,
you want my take on that?
I do. Let's
no on that jacket. First, no reseller is buying a Sonoma. Well, maybe a couple. No good picker.
Yeah.
Small time resellers buying a Sonoma denim jacket to flip it for starters. They're not buying that.
Yes.
So no on that jacket. No, that's just a thrift store thinking they know what they're doing and pricing something and way too high. Like, I don't know where they even got that number from.
Well, let me throw this out to you. The whole rack of coats, whether it was a denim coat or a big, puffy jacket or any sort of thing,
everything?
they were all like $7.99, $8 or something like that. So everything on the rack was
a lazy thrift store. That price is too high.
They weren't individually priced. Which what I look at it. Okay, what does the person want? Okay. No reseller is going to go buy the Sonoma or a Faded Glory. I think it was actually a Faded Glory brand. They're not going to go buy a Faded Glory brand, and so the price is not raised for a reseller. However, for anybody else, you are not going to go to Walmart that sells that brand or whatever, and you're not going to buy a denim jacket for $8.
Yeah, and what makes that person wrong is if that was the North Face, or if that was Patagonia, or if that was any good branded jacket, $8 is a steal, and any reseller will buy that for $8.
Yes.
So no, it's not because of reselling. It's because the thrift store just doesn't care and they're pricing stuff too high. And I say they're lazy because if they actually want to sell that jacket, they have to price it at a number that it will actually sell.
Yeah. Well, and a number that it will sell for there's two different numbers, for a reseller, like you said, but looking at it, it was a nice jacket. It was in good shape, very little wear, it's probably somebody wore it a season or something like that and it had donated it. It would have been a good pickup for somebody that needed just a denim jacket. Or any of the coats that were on the rack. I think what the problem is everybody was so used to all the coats used to be $5.99 or something like that. I forget what they were, but prices are up on everything. And just the cost of running the business is so far up. They're not raising the prices because of resellers on something like that, on clothing, especially when they do all of our, say, Goodwill, it's all the same pricing. Coats is the same price. If you're buying jeans, it's all the same pricing. It doesn't matter if it's high end, low end. Of course, if it's high end, they're putting it on their own shop Goodwill site,
right?
But they're not.
I mean, it's do I think resellers are making prices go up? Of course they are. I mean, I'd be, what's the word if I didn't think that? Like,
remiss?
There you go. I'd rue the day if I didn't say that. No, but collectible stuff is priced higher. You can also blame the collectors that are willing to pay that price for stuff. But if you're a good picker,
Yeah.
It's you can find the stuff.
Yeah. Well, if I
If
were to
you're
say,
selling the brand name stuff, and there's nothing wrong with reselling the big brand, the brand name stuff, like I mentioned, the North Face, the Patagonia,
yeah,
the cool, Merrill shoes. If you're selling that stuff, it is getting a little bit more difficult for those sellers because that stuff is going up just in general, not just
yes,
because of resellers. The cost, like you said, the cost for that thrift store to operate is going up. So they have to
yes,
raise their prices. But if you can pick the rare collectible stuff, if you can find, let's say
what?
32 set of Cutco knives for $15 at a thrift
Yes.
store.
Hey, I know a guy
I
that
know a
just did
guy
that.
that, yeah,
Just
and
found.
no, but like you have to, you have to, you can't just go after the brand name stuff.
Yeah.
You can, I guess. I don't know, but that
Well,
it's less it's less noticeable that prices aren't going up on stuff that the thrift store doesn't even know is worth money. Does that make sense?
yeah,
Like
it
they're not
does.
taking the time to research some stuff, and they have no idea that it's worth money. And
Yeah.
that stuff I still find priced very well all the time. I find it all the time.
But the resellers are getting blamed for a lot of stuff, and I think most of it where they're where prices are going up is at the yard sales and garage sales on things that might be vintage or collectible. Because how many times do we all go to a yard sale where the people go, well, you know what those are selling for on eBay, and which is incorrect because all they've looked at is the listed price. None of them have looked at the sold price.
Right.
And so the prices at yard sales, and I would blame that more on the uh pawn shop show, the American Pickers, all of
Yeah.
that stuff. People watch these shows,
I
the
blame it
the
on
storage wars or whatever, and everybody thinks that everything that's old
yeah,
is worth something, and they want to get eBay prices without doing the work
for sure.
of
Yeah.
putting it on eBay.
And the
And
thing is, they're never going to sell it at a yard sale for that price. They're going to have to take it
no,
to eBay or online.
yes,
Yeah, and I definitely think TikTok is a big part of that.
oh yeah, yeah, yeah,
I think that TikTok has taken, and I put out TikTok videos now. I stopped putting out what I sell, what I'm going to sell it for. I stopped putting that in my
yeah,
TikTok. And again, this is just my thought. I'm not saying I will never say one of my fellow creators is doing anything wrong. But
yeah.
again, they will rue the day. I would be remiss if I didn't say that I believe that TikTok is what's taking what we do and showing it to the entire world.
Yes.
I think it's just a matter of time. There's so many people on TikTok talking about reselling and what they found and what it's worth.
Yeah.
That the whole world is going to know what we do, and the
Yeah.
whole world is going to start looking stuff up that they're going to put in their yard sale or whatever.
Yeah.
I think that TikTok has affected. The best example is video games.
Yes.
Everybody now knows that their old video games are worth money because of TikTok, and
Well,
I truly believe that.
And that's because of how the TikToks are pushed out. If you're on, an Instagram or you're on the Facebook or something like that, a
And
person has
that's
to go
exactly my point.
they have to go search for reselling or somebody that's a video game.
YouTube,
TikTok,
same way, yeah.
it just throws it out when you're scrolling through. You're getting
because I get
videos
stuff
from
on my
resellers.
TikTok where it's almost like we're gonna see if you watch this whole video, and if you do, we're gonna show you more of it, right?
Yeah.
And it's not stuff that I've looked up ever. Like, I've never looked up guys singing and dancing, but they'll just see just for a second. They still want to see if I'm gonna watch it. And that's what TikTok is, though, right? Like,
yeah, maybe yours, Jimmy. We have a completely different feed. If you're getting,
what I'm saying. I know.
I do.
Yeah, no, you're right. Actually, that's my other TikTok. But most of TikTok is dancing, right? Like there's so many people dancing on TikTok.
Yeah.
And it's not till you skip a bunch of them or push not interest that will stop showing you that stuff.
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, you had a really good opportunity to just totally roast me, and I
I
appreciate that.
I did.
But
You saw the brain spinning
well, I
right
mean,
there.
it TikTok definitely knew I was a guy, and when I first started TikTok, it was nothing but half naked women. I'm just being honest. And
Yeah.
it wasn't until I scrolled past those fast and pushed not interest did that it stopped showing me that. But then it started showing me dog videos and it started showing me
Yeah.
political stuff. And so someone else that's not a reseller, they're seeing reselling stuff. And yeah, anyways, like it's showing it to everybody and they don't really not based on any kind of search.
Yes.
Rue the day I said that.
They will. You got that in there.
You guys got that dancing guys on my TikTok. You guys got that, right? You got that. You can go back and
Jimmy, we're going to isolate that sound and say Jimmy's whole TikTok is just dancing.
So anyways, that was a long way for me to say that I think TikTok has changed things. And I really do believe that.
It has, but you got to modify the way that you hustle, that you source. You got to look at different opportunities.
They just want to get rid of stuff.
Yes. Those are the ones. And just, that word of mouth out there talking to people, because you'll get people that don't even want to have a yard sale. They would just as soon throw it away on Monday morning trash.
Yep.
And they're going to give you all of that stuff. So there's plenty. There's
selling their house. If they're selling their house and they got over a $200,000, $300,000 deal that they're going to be doing, they don't care about the $20 for a bunch of video games at their sale because they just want to sell their house.
Yes, exactly. So, hey, did you this is a completely different talk. Speaking of Quantum Leap, Jimmy.
No, I haven't recorded it or watched it.
Well, listen to this.
When I say recorded, I mean get a VHS tape, put it in the VCR, and push record.
Hey, I'll sell you one because I have a VCR out in the garage, I think, and some blank. Hey, blank media like that though. Blank sealed VHS tapes.
Okay, Mr. Sonoma jacket seller.
Hey, I sell them all the time. You pick them up for cheap. Nobody thinks that they need them. I mean, it's not like a staple of my inventory, but
You're the reason those are more expensive at thrift stores.
I'm the only one. And it's like, hey, thanks, Mom, for buying all my VHS tapes on eBay. No, so Monday night was the fall finale of Quantum Leap. And so now hear what I'm saying, because in one of the comments this week, somebody had thrown out that they also had like YouTube TV. I think it was
Ray,
Nashville Flipper.
Yep.
That he has the YouTube TV and that you can record.
It's too late because it's over now.
But can't you go back and pick up episodes?
If they do reruns.
Oh, okay.
And I can. Now I know I can set to record stuff. So, for instance, Dancing with Male Stars, when that comes out, I'm
gonna be.
I gotta push record on that.
Dancing with Male Stars. Oh my god!
This show's gone.
It's good. But anyway, a final fall finale of the Quantum Leap episode. They always have the big cliffhanger and stuff. But what I was going to say is that now you can go back and that you haven't watched it, you could binge watch. There's only 8 episodes in this season, so you can go get caught up sometime between now and spring or January. Sometime it is.
I'll have to go see if they're going to replay them at all because they're not. I didn't record them.
It's pretty good. Wasn't a major cliffhanger at the end, but it was good. I enjoyed it. I'm enjoying it. I can't wait for the season to start up. And
we have an episode where we just talk about our favorite streaming or TV. Do you watch a lot? Do you stream a lot of Netflix and stuff? Do you watch a lot of that stuff?
No, I do not. I don't have Netflix. I have the Prime Video, and I'll watch. But I go through that to get to my Disney Plus,
Yeah,
where I just watch the same Marvel and Star Wars movies and shows and
I
series
gotta tell
over and
you,
over and over.
some of the best shows are streaming. Like
Yeah.
Netflix, Apple TV has some of the best shows too. Man,
Yeah, I don't want to pay for some of the streaming services. I think
I get it.
is what it is. Now
Yeah,
you're in different. I have I have regular cable, and
right,
you
right.
don't have regular cable. You pay for the streaming services, so
Yep, yeah,
that's you get to see all
yeah.
of
But
that content.
man,
I don't want to pay for both.
some of the shows you're not getting to see.
Yes. Everybody's always asking me, "Did you see this?" Oh, if you get on Netflix, I'm like, "Hey, give me your password. I'll get on. I'll
Oh,
watch
like
every episode of it."
Dahmer. Oh my gosh,
Oh, I've heard that
so good.
is really good.
And that actor that played him was so good. Anyways, I could talk. We need to do an episode talking about some of our favorite shows
Yeah.
because I could.
Well,
Yeah,
we'll do that in the first of the year.
yeah.
We'll get because
After
we
the
got
New Year's special and stuff.
tons of holiday stuff coming up to talk about. We got to talk about what my
Turkey and
and
pumpkin pie and
I got to talk about Barry every episode because I
berry.
promised that.
Yeah,
The
well, there was something
Thrifty
else that we said
Santa
we have to talk about.
and
I don't remember.
man, and the Christmas music is flowing. I see that the Sirius XM, I have Sirius XM in my car. They have their holiday channels are starting up. So now, not only when I get up in the morning and I'm listening to that Christmas music. Then when I'm going to the post office, I can listen to Christmas music and
Terrible.
I'm festive all day long.
No, it's terrible
But
that you still have XM radio. I didn't even know people still have that.
really,
I don't know. I
like
thought that went out with all
button shoes.
button shoes. Yeah, exactly. I thought that went out with Velcro shoes.
No, I thought a lot of don't people have streaming like the music
people that live
Sirius
in the middle
XM?
of nowhere, I guess.
So what do you listen to in the car?
Well, I listen to the AM FM, but your phone can now listen to Spotify, anything. You can plug it into your car and you can listen to all that stuff.
Yeah, well, but my car, I don't have all that. I don't have that technology in my car. I can't hook up my device to the car and make it do anything.
Well, you can buy a stereo that's compatible with that.
Yeah, but I like the Sirius XM because they have Christmas channels.
Honestly,
they should play them all year.
But kind of joking. Like, I never listen to any satellite radio ever. Like, I've never owned it, never listened to it. I don't even know anything about it.
I will never have a vehicle or a vehicle basically without it
you said the same thing about 8-tracks, and I noticed that when we were there you had the 8-tracks, so it's pretty cool.
Hey, if you get them quadraphonic ones, those are not only a better sound, they sell a whole lot better.
You can sell that on eBay. Actually, one of my best finds ever was a ton of brand new blank media 8-tracks.
Yeah.
That I bought them all for $1 and I sold those suckers like crazy. That was a long time ago, but those sold really well. So yes, blank 8-tracks sell really well if they're brand new.
See, now you made fun of me for VHS tapes.
Yeah, but VHS tapes don't sell very well. 8-tracks sell very well.
Well, how's come I've sold every one that I've ever got?
But how much do you sell them for? I mean, I was selling these 8-tracks for like lots of 5 for $100.
Oh well, no, I'm not getting that out of them.
And we're talking like great.
I'm talking like the media. When I got those VHS tapes, actually, I bought 2 whole big cases of them that were sealed for like $8 for I don't know how many there were, 50 or 60 tapes in those drawers, and so I had like nothing in them, and I don't know what I sold, but they're all sold. So
I mean, they do sell, but the difference, like that's the difference I'm saying. Like look it up, like lots of brand new sealed 8-tracks, like the good brands.
Yeah,
really good.
I'm getting into records. I'm selling more record stuff. I bought more record cases at an auction. I bought a bunch of stuff at a online auction that went and picked up the other day, but
I sold a Cinderella record today.
Cinderella, the 80s hair metal band, or the golden slipper lady?
The 80s hair band.
Oh, okay.
Let's see. How much did I get? Oh, I got
That may be Prince Charming.
I got
Was
$20 for Cinderella Night Songs. 19.
Oh yeah. Yep.
I've had those LPs forever, and I just started listening to them.
I probably played some songs off of that back in my big heavy metal hair days.
I bet you did. You did.
So anyway, Jimmy, we're gonna wrap this one up. But if somebody happens to still be listening at this point in the show, next week we're going to be updating. We got the holiday live tour coming up the Wednesday before Thanksgiving. We got a super special guest lined up. It's going to be a great show. Excited about that. Check out the Facebook page that we start. Hopefully we'll have content on there before this comes out, because we're recording this on a Wednesday and this won't come out until Monday. So hopefully there'll be content on there. You can go and search and check. And I'm sure that we'll probably have sent a friend request out to everybody on our lists by then.
For sure.
Which basically would be like you, like my mom, Jill, get one. I don't have a whole lot of Facebook friends, but
me either. Sonia has a bunch, so we'll have her.
Yeah. Oh, Jill, she's the one right there. So anyway, anything else? Closing arguments?
No, I don't. That was a fun show.
We'll check you next time on the Reseller Clickbait Podcast.